lowest, darkest, most existentially troubling evening. So dark, in fact, that Chris doesn't remember it at all. None of us, I don't believe, know anything about this night except by way of a single archival document that we have. And this document came into our possession one morning around 10 or 11 a.m. when Chris stumbled into the living room, hungover, hair as mussed as Chris's hair can get, wearing his glasses and little shorts, and he tells us, he says, "Guys, I think something happened to me last night." And we say, well, what happened to you? And he says, I don't know, but I reached over into the pants of my pocket this morning, the pocket of my pants this morning, and I found a note. And then he hands me a paper note, a handwritten paper note. So I unfold it and I read it to the assembled party. And I actually have a copy of that note here, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to read this document. It's one of my most prized possessions. So it reads, "Dear Chris, you were wasted and thought you lived in my apartment and tried to fight me and my friends. We subdued you and, having no choice, called the cops. No hard feelings. Then you passed out on the grass. Call us to discuss aforementioned hilarious events. Yours, Patricio." And I do think there are sort of two important things that we can get from this note. Actually, there are three important things. One is like Patricio's prose style, just phenomenal. Aforementioned, pretty important. Two is that Chris, as decent and as put together as he might look, also has quite an adventurous side, and he occasionally is even indecent. But much more importantly, I think, like many young men and women in their late 20s and 30s, Chris was searching for something. Chris was looking for something, and he did not find it that night. He fell to the wrong apartment that night. And we are very thankful that Chris wound back up at our place, his great friends who love him very much. But he did not find what he was looking that night, but shortly thereafter, only a few years later, it became really clear that Chris did find what he was looking for. As has been reiterated all night and during the service today, as soon as Chris met Charlie, it was really clear that something changed. And he's not going to stop striving, he's not going to stop being ambitious, but he really did find something that made a huge difference in his life and really filled a piece of his life that he was looking for. And I think we all can respect and appreciate that. And I think the beautiful thing about today is that Chris and Charlie have sort of together found the door and the apartment and the life that they're looking for, and we got to watch them walk through it together today. So I'd like to raise one more glass. And here's to Chris and Charlie.
You're here.
Cheers.